Hello people on the internet, I am the Walcott here, and welcome back to a brand new video of talking cubing methods. The name sounds terrible, but we'll stick with it for now. So before I actually start with the video, you may have noticed that recently a few things have changed in my channel, such as the banner, and I've uploaded a channel trainer. Well, this is because I want to make 2018 a year where I change a bit things around and start taking it maybe a bit more seriously. So, this Friday, I'll be dropping a video that will be talking about my schedule, where we're gonna talk about when I release my cubing video and when I do my gaming live stream, because that's the plan I have. So to do one video regarding cubing and one live stream every week. Obviously, if things like comps happen, I will add them as extra videos, and yeah, depending on certain situations. So make sure to hop in my video talking about the schedule so that you know when I upload my videos. So now, passing on to the talking cubing methods section, we're going to be talking about corners first, as requested by this guy. So, corners first, as per se, isn't exactly one specific method, but it describes all the methods that start by solving the corners, as the name would suggest. Notable examples are the MOTM method, and the method that used Min Tai, I think that's how to pronounce his name, to win the 1982 World Championships. And talking about that method, this is the one we're going to be specifically talking about today. So how does this method work exactly? So first of all, the first objective will be to solve the corners. This can be done in multiple ways. People like Mark Versano would use what is known now as the Ortega method for 2x2, even though a lot of people call it Versano for that specific purpose that he invented this way to solve the corners. So I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with Ortega for 2x2. So there we go. The corners are solved. Then what most people would do is then proceed to solve 3 edges on one side. Now this can take little or a lot of time depending on your skill level. So that's 1, 2. Sorry if I take a bit of time. I am not a corners first solver. I'm pretty sure most of you aren't. There we go, that's 3. Then they would switch to the other side, the blue side, and solve all 4 edges using this part as a keyhole.
So I'm gonna speed this up a little bit.
There we go. Now that this is done, using an alg, the person will then proceed to solve this edge. So I'm just doing it randomly. I'm just using inefficient algorithms because I don't know exactly which ones they use. And then they solve the middle layers. This can be done either with one alg or by multiple algs, by first positioning the pieces in the right spot and then doing one alg to finish off the cube. There we go. That's a corners first solve. I'm terrible. Now, talking about this method itself, as easy as it may be, like to learn and stuff, there's a reason why it's not popular anymore as it used to be in the 1980s. It's because it's simply not good enough, let's put it that. Yes, you can achieve sub 20 times, and people have done it in the past, but let's be frank. You don't want to just be happy with sub 20 times and learning a lot of algs. What one would prefer doing is learn a method like CFOP or one of the big 4 and try and get sub 10. Let's all be honest. And this is why these methods have fallen down. But what's extremely interesting about corners first is that it allows you actually to create variations. If you're bad with a certain method, you can actually if there's like a step in a method that annoys you can use corner first. When I'm saying this, I'm thinking about roux. Obviously, I'm not a roux solver, I'm a CFOP solver. But people that struggle with block building, although to take more time, they could kind of make a hybrid with it and solve first the corners, then these edges here, and then just roux solve the rest of the cube. That's also another way. I think it was used in the past. I'm not too sure because the M slice wasn't really too good when they used Rubik's brands. Let's be honest. Yeah, no, that's basically what to think about corners first. It can be easy to come up with a way of solving corners first, but it will never be efficient. It will never be that much useful compared to other methods. which is why I wouldn't really recommend learning a corners first method unless just for fun. If you're bored of solving always the same way, you can solve once or twice using corners first. And people that know how to solve Rubik's cubes can actually make it pretty intuitive. For example, corners first method I didn't learn any extra algs. I just used algs I already knew from CFOP and other stuff, and 2x2. Yeah. So yeah, basically, there's not really much you can say about corners first. It's an interesting historic method, but yeah, that's all about corners first. Oh yeah, actually, well, you probably already know this, but this is the only method, apart from CFOP, that ever set a 3x3 world record. What I mean by that is that no 3x3 world record has ever been set using only a method apart from CFOP. So, for example, yes, in one of the world record averages, one of the solves used FreeFop, but the bigger part of it, like most of the solve was done, like most of the average was done using CFOP, and FreeFop is basically just a variant of CFOP. So yeah, that's also interesting to note. So and this is corners first, kind of historic method for Rubik's cubes, and a method that doesn't contain a lot to say apart from that. As usual, if you want to be featured like that guy in the video, make sure to comment down a suggestion. I've already got another few suggestions, but obviously I always accept new suggestions, even though I may put them behind other suggestions. In which case, there's actually other ways you can get ahead of other people in terms of suggestion. So if you really badly want to see me talk about the method you want, you can follow me on Twitter or subscribe on YouTube and send me at DezuWolf1205 a screenshot of both those subscriptions. And yeah, that's just basically me plugging my other social medias. I've been your boy DezuWolf1205 here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Roll out the outro.
Watch out! The floor is lava!